Hello and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. I'm Anakin and I'm going to show you how I convert my cobblestone into smooth stone. Now to make smooth stone, it's actually pretty simple. All you're going to need is cobblestone, a furnace, and fuel. So what you're going to do is cook your cobblestone and turn it into stone. Now if you're using a silk touch pickaxe and you already have a bunch of stone on hand, this will save you some time. But if you put stone into a furnace, when it gets done cooking, you're going to get smooth stone. And personally, this is one of my favorite building blocks to build with. I just really like the way it looks. Yeah, I think it's just a really pretty block. But that's my personal taste. However, since I tend to go through these quite frequently, I wanted to come up with a way to actually mass produce them so I didn't have to sit in front of a furnace and keep putting in blocks because nobody's got time for that. So the basic concept I came up with was your input. You have two furnaces. The first furnace converts the cobblestone to regular stone, and then we'll fall into a second furnace where you can turn it from stone to smooth stone and store it away in a chest. Really simple. We can easily demonstrate that working by just throwing in some cobblestone. As you can see, the cobblestone will then start filling up and turning it into regular stone. And when the regular stone finally gets being cooked, it falls into the second furnace, turning it into smooth stone, which will eventually make its way into this chest. However, this isn't the quickest way of doing it, so I took it one more step further and I made this contraption. So very similar to this guy. However, I doubled up the furnaces, so instead of getting one block every 10 seconds, you're now getting 2 blocks every 10 seconds. Not the quickest, but if you're just using this to unload from a mining trip when you've been strip mining, you can throw your fuel, you can throw your cobblestone, and just pretty much walk away. And when you ever do need it, your smooth stone will be sitting in this chest up here. So not a super complicated thing. If we come around to the back here, you will see there is a bit of redstone involved, but nothing crazy. And the way this works is actually pretty simple. All this redstone is doing is controlling the distribution of your fuel between all 4 furnaces. Because ideally, you want all the furnaces to have the same amount of fuel in them, since they should be being consumed at the same rate. So the way this works is whenever there is a piece of fuel inside of the bottom hopper, you will get a comparator signal out the back of this one here. That in turn powers this block, which powers this repeater, which powers this redstone line. When this redstone line is powered, it will lock these 2 middle hoppers here, preventing the fuel from just flowing straight down into the bottom. It will force the fuel to go into the top 2 furnaces. When the bottom fuel dispenses into the furnace, it will then unlock these hoppers, allowing more fuel to flow through. I can easily demonstrate that by taking a stack of coal. So if we take a stack of coal, divide it by 4, that will be 16. So if all goes well, whenever we put this back here, we should see that each furnace gets 16 pieces of coal. So 10, 13, 16. Okay, so yep, every furnace has 16 pieces of coal in it. So that's working beautifully. Now you could easily stop there and just have your output chest right here and have your inputs up there. However, since I normally play in a survival world, I like to have all my chests at the same level, and I like to hide this stuff underneath the floor if I can. So what this blue circuit is doing is just an item elevator using droppers to force it up into this chest. Now this isn't my design. I have seen other YouTubers building this type of design, so this isn't my design, but it works flawlessly. And the way this one works is whenever there's an item in the bottom dropper, it gets a comparator signal, and it basically just causes it to keep ejecting items whenever they fall into the hopper. And then the observers back here just do a chain powered, which push all the items up. And outside of that, that's about it, guys. If you want to stick around, I will show you how I do a quick tutorial on how to build this. If not, I hope this was helpful. But if you do want to see how I build this, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, to start building this thing, we're going to need a 4x6 area that's 6 blocks tall, roughly. So to get started building this thing, we are just going to throw some temporary blocks, and we're going to put 3 hoppers here along the bottom. So that's going to look like that. We are then going to put our 2 furnaces, 2 more hoppers, 2 more furnaces, hopper, oops, hopper, and then our input chests. So that finishes the input chest section for your actual cobblestone. Now to build the furnaces for the, not furnaces, to build the hoppers for the back, you need 2 going into the furnaces on all of them. So you want them all facing into the furnace. And then for the middle, you actually want it facing down into the bottom hopper, like so. And then if you want, how I normally do it, is I'll put 2 more hoppers and then a chest. And that way your fuel chest is at the same level as your input chest. To build the circuit off the back, we're going to take a comparator output from this hopper right here. And that's going to go there. So that's going to read if there's an item in this hopper. That is going to go into a block with a repeater coming out the side. We're also going to do a block like that. And 2 more blocks like so, with 4 pieces of redstone dust. And that's going to be it for the actual circuitry for the fuel. Really simple. Now, like I said before, if you want, you could just stick a chest here and you could be done. But I like the chest up there, so we're going to go build the item elevator next. Okay, once we have all of this done, next it's time to do the elevator. So to do that, we're going to need to have a dropper facing upwards like that. From this dropper, we need to do a comparator. We are going to replace that. We want a repeater, a block. Then we need some redstone dust going here, here, and here. Oops, hang on, guys, I messed up. That way. Works much better if you actually place the... Oh wow, I also forgot to put this. Wow, guys, rookie move. Next, we just have to stack 4 more droppers on top of each other, all facing up. 3 and 4. 4. With a chest on top of it. Like so. Once we get to this point, the next thing that we have to do is actually place observers. So you want the face facing away from the droppers. So you want the little red dot facing them. And you want to go up with that 4 in total. You then want to put some type of solid block going in the middle here. It cannot be a transparent block or this will not work. So then we're going to use 2 more observers, and we're going to have the observers looking down. So we want this observer looking at this piece of redstone dust. We want to skip 1 and place our second observer right, come on, right there. And to finish it off, we just need 2 redstone torches, 1 here and 1 here. And guys, that's going to basically do it. So now if we go and get some coal and some cobblestone, this should work flawlessly. Do not want infested. That will not. I've also put a little border around our chest here to kind of simulate a floor. So say you get back from mining and you have a bunch of coal and cobblestone. So all you'd have to do is throw your coal back here, throw your cobblestone in this guy, and guys, that would basically be it. So if we come down here, we could see that the cobblestone is being converted into stone. When that stone's done, it's going to come down into here, and when that's done, it's going to get forced into these droppers. So when that happens, you'll see that this is all going to light up real quick to fire it up, and then you will see how these alternate, sending signals to each individual dropper to fire them up the chain, and then boom, there's the beginning of our smooth stone. So you'll get 2 pieces about every 10 seconds. And guys, that's going to be it for me today. If you found this helpful, like it, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, let me know if there's something I could do better. And I hope you guys found this helpful. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.